Never Again DVD topics. That's part 2 of this how to win at least $100,000 in a domestic violence civil suit up to $500,000. We're going to go into, after you have gotten your judgment, how to live a new life where you never have to do this again. And this, I think, is very important. There are new rules for domestic violence survivors. You got to live a different life or you'll find yourself getting hit over and over again. Can't get off the treadmill, what they call the cycle of abuse. Most domestic violence victims are adult children of abuse, abandonment, and neglect. To become a survivor, you need to learn how to meditate in order to heal your soul, which was murdered, and to stop the cycle. The old rules for the basics of relationships you never learned, we will show you. There's no need to ever be lonely or alone, should you choose not to, again. The second DVD will also deal with how you got here. You would say, why would anybody ever hit me, or I allow myself to get hit, or why am I in court, and oh my God, I don't believe in suing people. Well, it's not your fault. You got here by specific ways: abuse, abandonment, and neglect. We will define what it is. I'll show you where there are groups that deal with this and will help you get out. We'll define personality disorders. No doubt your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother have personality disorders. You need to know what they are so you can deal with them, so you can separate yourself, so you don't have more heartbreak. Borderline personality disorder, I think, is the biggest one. That's a person who looks normal on the outside, or a person that has respect, maybe even a hero. Most likely your mother. But when they get home, they're pack rats or violent or unreasonable. And, these are things that you've learned that you don't even know. And that's where acting for real people comes in real handy, because you just go on camera and you say, look, that's not me, and you're acting a certain way, and you find you got triggers, and you can't remove them unless you see them. I believe no amount of sitting in a psychologist's chair will help you as powerfully as seeing yourself on camera and saying, that's not me. And then you can correct your own behavior, and it's nice to do that before you get into the civil suit, so you can be judged and paid on that, so you can see how much you were hurt and abused. Obsessive compulsive disorder is not monk. That is one of the most destructive, soul-murdering disorders I have ever seen. Talk about cleaning it up. That goes back to don't believe what you see on TV. Obsessive compulsive disorder, there's a line, I'll explain it in terms of how it manifests itself in your siblings and in your parents and in your relatives. It's important to know what that is, and it will help you, give you peace of mind in working with these people. Control freak, mothers and parents. A lot of people, a lot of teenagers particularly, very interested in that. They want to, when are you going to get to that, When I was preparing the script and making copies, everybody was like, can we see this? Can we see this one? I said, well, it's a combination of all of the above, and I will get into that for you using film and video to demonstrate why these people are this way and what you need to do to move past it. Once again, no amount of talk. Why men cannot hit women. Common sense stuff. My adopted daughter from a third world country asked me, she wants to see this one, Why? Actually, I'm going to do a panel probably on why men hit women, and then we'll respond to that. It's pretty common sense, but it's amazing how if you've grown up in an abusive household and you've learned old rules, you need new rules and options. Incest, shame, and lies, that's all over the television. Some of that stuff is pretty accurate, and we'll get into how to overcome that also.